The other day, I was listening to a video of King Sigma, and it was actually on Obsidian's live stream. It wasn't really his own video. He was talking on Obsidian's live stream. If I can remember, I'm not so sure. But King Sigma is a YouTuber here in Black YouTube, and he makes many good points on many different situations regarding Black daily life, the Black community, topics like that. And he was talking about, at a certain aspect, Black men are just beauty deprived, which is a statement that is very similar to Obsidian Media Network. Black men are beauty deprived. In other words, not that Black women are not beautiful, but you just don't get them enough. There is not enough Black beauty to go around for Black men. And not that he's saying this, but I'm assuming that this is definitely a reason why some Black men are going to go date out. Some Black men are going to go overseas. Some Black men are going to go to other different communities in America. And while I agree that the lack of femininity is not there, while I agree that there are some attitude problems, I can agree to a lot of different things, but come on. There's not enough beauty in Black America with Black women. I think that's where I'm gonna have a little pushback, okay? And I went to HBCUs. I've lived in DC. I've lived in cities that didn't have a lot of Black people. I've lived in cities that did. Listen, the lack of the Black femininity and Black beauty or lack thereof, for me, that's not a problem. All right, it is plenty if you want to count those who are mulatto, if you want to count those who are light skinned, if you want to count those who are dark skinned, if you want to count those who are from other areas, other Black diasporan ladies, from Bermuda, from Jamaica, from Trinidad, African American, African. If you like Black women and you like what they look like, and you're physically attracted to them, there is a lot of Black beauty in America, okay? The question comes, does a guy have access to it? I don't know if King Sigma was making this statement, but this is the truth. Because there are a lot of different things for different people. If you are a guy in Black America who isn't, let's say, naturally handsome, or top of your field, or you're not living in like Detroit or DC or Huntsville or Atlanta or Memphis. Okay, those are different factors that could be mitigating in the case that you're not getting to where you want to be with an African American woman or a Black woman with a lot of beauty. Okay, let's just be honest. For guys who are not extremely successful and who are not necessarily the best good-looking guys, and you're not in a city that's Black, that Black beauty is not accessible. Okay? That's the problem. It's not that it's the lack thereof. It's not accessible. It's accessible for certain guys who hit the check mark. Okay? And even with the Black women out there that are into the gaming, like Steve talked about. Oh, every Black woman's not the same. You get a sister that does such and such and such, and she likes opera and things like that. And those are there. I definitely went to Howard University with them, but look at the position I had to put myself in to meet those kind of women. I had to go to DC, I had to go to Howard, and then I had to meet those women. All right, I had to put myself in a specific situation where a lot of attractive Black women were going to be, and then I could access those people. A lot of Black men are not going to have access to, good-looking Black women. All right? And that's one thing that I think that bothers a lot of brothers is, You just don't have the access. You see them, but you for whatever reason, for lack of confidence or lack of whatever situation, you might not have access. Now there are some guys who got access to anybody. All right. I think what happens is when black men say this, they're talking about I don't have access or it's not easy enough to have access to these women. But it's the same thing when brothers go to different places. If you go to Dominican Republic and you start seeing how fine those chicks are, or if you come to Uganda where I am and you start seeing like, God damn, look at that booty. If you start, or how good they look, or if you go to Ethiopia, you'll realize, damn, I didn't have access. I got access now. You know, it's the same situation. You go to Brazil, Colombia. Now you have access. You know, when you're a black person, typically, black women are going to have more of an attitude, more of a shield up towards black men, okay? It's going to be harder for us to access them in certain cases. Now, but for me, I believe it's easy for me. But in certain cases, it's going to be harder. But when you go to different groups and different places, let's say if you go to Salt Lake City, Utah, or you move to Poland like me, obviously, in newer communities, access is going to be easier because you're new. You're not there. You don't have that tortuous type of relationship that black men and black women have. So you don't start off with the same barriers to entry as you typically would in the black American community for the normal guy. Now, if you're a guy that's an attorney, you're a guy that's a doctor, you're a guy that's a rapper or whatever, access is automatically granted, and I know that sucks. But I think it's incorrect to say that you don't have enough attractive black women, even with the obesity thing, stuff like that. And the reason why I'm saying that is this. When I see brothers dating other races of women, and this is on average, I'm not seeing black men with attractive non-black women. I just don't see it. Okay? I live in one of the most multicultural cities in the world in Sacramento, California. Very rarely do I see black men with super attractive non-black women. I don't see it. You know, I mean, I just can't let brothers get off the hook with saying, okay, it's not enough attractive black women for me in the black community, so I'm going to other races, and then you go to other races, and you're still dealing with non-attractive, non-black women. So I just don't see it. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta be honest. I just don't see that. If I were to see more black men with more attractive non-races of women, then I would have some respect more for that statement. The reality is, if you're a normal guy in black America and you're looking to date out and you're looking to date out to be more attractive, it makes it more difficult in some cases. All right? To get the more attractive women in the white community or the more attractive women in the Asian community, you're going to have to be the reason why I'm going to date outside of my race. What's the reason why I'm risking bringing you home? Okay? So, you're going to have to stand out in certain areas. For some brothers, it's better. Okay? You could be definitely better or more wanted in a non-black community, and you could have a lot of things going on in the black community and cannot be wanted because of, the way you act or what you like or what your interests are that just don't match up. Honestly, that's the truth. But for some people to say, it's the lack of black beauty. And then when you see brothers interracially dating and it's still a lack of beauty with them, I can't really buy that. I think really what it is a lack of access to it. Our brothers have a mental block and just fed up with dealing with certain situations. And I just did a video about this the other day. You have more opportunities, if you're going overseas or if you're going to different places, different parts of the country. You might have more access to beauty as a brother that might not have a whole lot of accomplishment. Okay? So that really, I believe, is just the lack of access to these beautiful black women. Where are they at? Am I in the right social networks? Am I in the right fraternity? All of those things play a difference, all right? Make a difference. So, guys, make sure you like, comment, hit the bell, subscribe. It's your boy, O'Shea. Make sure you pick up your Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. I really appreciate all that you guys are doing for me there. Go to the comment, first comment at the top. As you guys know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.